Match number 2, the women. Vipers versus Storm. Mick Stevens once again here with you for this incredibly important match here in the last round of the Mahindra Australian Volleyball Super League. The women's ladder is jam-packed and every set will impact the ladder this round. All games across the country set to have an impact on who makes the Final Four and who goes through to the finals next week. Joining us once again for this match courtside is Hannah.
The vibe is absolutely pumping down here at the pit. The men, having guaranteed their semi-final spot, have done their victory lap and said hi to all of the adoring fans. But I have a suspicion they weren't here to see the men. They're actually here to see the women's match, and specifically Lou Bates here in her 200th. She means so much to everyone in the Victorian volleyball community, but so well known all around the country. So it feels very special to be here watching this momentous occasion for her, and also her Vipers, seeing if they can lock up a spot in semis. But don't get me wrong, the team behind me, Adelaide, they have come with seriously a lot to play for. Second on the table at the moment, 2-2, a whole lot on the line.
Thank you, Hannah. You've laid that out beautifully. So here's our ladder now. Adelaide Storm sitting second. Obviously, Perth still well ahead, but we don't need to worry about them today unless they drop some sets in their matchup. But the Storm, 24 points. Phoenix 22, Vipers 21, and the Pirates 19. So the Melbourne Vipers, essentially, they need to earn more points than the Pirates today, and they can hold their spot in the top 4. That's not taking into account any other matchups with the Phoenix, excuse me. But really, it comes down to those two, the Vipers and the Pirates. Can the Vipers win enough points to stay ahead of them and stay in the top 4? We called the Storm match recently, and gee, their women play well, so this match is going to be fantastic. I'm really excited about this. Great matchups all over the court. And of course, Lou Bates, 200 games in the Australian Volleyball League in all its different formats over the years, as Julian and Carl will be our first and second referees for today. So very special occasion. Lou Bates coming from Mombog Secondary College up in the Dandenong Ranges. Her and I actually went to school together, so very, very nice to see this moment for Lou. 200 games in the Australian National Leagues over many years. So she'll do the setting, and a well-rounded team. Thornton as the outside hitter. Owen Verdnick, one of the young middles. James Lysette has been fantastic. Stock, Runacres in the middle. Sisson Lim, we know, is phenomenal in the libero spot. They've got weapons all around the court, as do the Storm. Tara Maylands, along with Rebecca Reeve, the 2 best receivers of serve in the Super League so far. So their reception and on counter to that, the Vipers serving is going to be absolutely crucial today. Sipper Bourgeot has been fantastic, so has Gould. Rachel Reeve doing the setting. Wright's been good in the middle. Jarvis, the libero. Beth Carey, the veteran, as well. Van Loo, the 4th best server in the competition at the moment. So Carey sits 4th on attacking efficiency. So it's a really, really well-rounded lineup for both teams. Head coach Rachel Orchard, one of the best females to ever do it for Australia, coaching the Storm this season, and Matthew Perry, former men's senior team for Australia, coaching the women. So just superstars everywhere on the court, in the coaches' seats. It is going to be one to watch here in Melbourne. Of course, our power plays 3 per match. maximum of 1 per set. Both teams can call them at the same time. Must call them before 12 points, and once called, the next 3 rallies are worth double points on the scoreboard to the winning team. So, what impact will they play today, the power plays here in this crucial round 5 lineup? And our sponsors, of course, Mahindra. So good to have them behind the Australian Volleyball Super League. Scape, Mikasa, our official ball, and Inverleigh, our broadcast partner. Thank you so much to all our sponsors for getting around volleyball here in Australia. So, starting lineups introduced onto court. Storm wanting to solidify their second place position on the ladder. They're only 2 points ahead of third place and 3 points ahead of Vipers in fourth. So this game absolutely crucial for both teams. Every single set here today. And our bonus point as well. I did a bit of math for the men. No bonus points there. Bonus points if the winning team's total points are 20 or more over the losing team. They get a bonus. If the losing team are within 10 total points, they get a bonus point on the ladder as well. So Vipers, interestingly, 3 bonus points on the ladder for the women. Storm with 2. New South Wales, Phoenix, third with no bonus points for them. So bonus points playing a very big part of the ladder this year. So Lou Bates in her 200th Australian League volleyball game gets us underway. And that's a great dig there. And Gwen Thornton with a great swing down the line. So Matthew Perry up off his seat already. Usually sitting down as we see him wander back to his seat right on cue. So Alex Stock in the opposite role, playing opposite Louise Bates, as I think they're just fixing one of the antennas. They need to be perfectly straight and perfectly in line with the sideline as they signify the sideline up into the air. So just getting that sorted. Molly Richardson, ace serve there. Lou Bates, what a start for her in her 200th game. Molly Richardson and Gwen Thornton, the outside hitters for the Vipers. Sisson Lim liberoing. Meg Runacres, and I'm pretty sure it's Arwen Verdnick, the 2 middles that will start for the Vipers. There's Stock, and a nice block to start for the Storm as we have a look at their lineup. Jarvis, the libero, in white. Sippa Bourgeot, she is back at the service line now. She'll be one of the outside hitters along with Rachel Reeve. And there's Gould hitting the floor, so she'll be in the opposite role. Rachel Reeve gets the start in the setter position. Beth Carey played a lot of games for Australia along with Rebecca Reeve. So Beth Carey, their captain, number 13, one of the middle blockers, and it will be Vicky Wright, right on cue, running onto court to take her position in the front row. Richardson, the target early. Stock, that's a nice tip, but great block from Wright. And the quick set is pushed long by Runacres. So Carey, the 4th best attacker in terms of efficiency in the league. She's hits Sisson Lim, which is very well controlled. The great dig from Beth Carey. Our middle block has been defending very well today here in Melbourne. Stock recycles off the block. Richardson dug. That's a great angle there from Reeve. Just a little too short and sharp for Sisson Lim. That's a good start for Reeve. And an ace serve. And there's a little ace dance there, or celebration, I should say, from the Storm. Love that. So they find themselves 5-3 up. It's a great dig from Sipper Bourgeot, swinging cross court. She's in the action on the pipe. Another great dig from Lou Bates. Opportunity now. That's better from Stock. Any touches on the block? No. Well, Stock hasn't been able to find a way through the block just yet, as Adelaide double up 6-3. Well long. Old serve, so 6-4. Vicky Wright into the action. Great dig from Bates. The set not quite there for Richardson. Thornton on the pipe. Great dig from Jarvis. There's Reeve. Oh, right. Just in the right place. Pun intended. Arwen Verdnick off the block. Recycle. What a rally. There's Stock finding a way around the block. That's a great dig from Jarvis again. Sipper Bourgeot dug again from Bates. The recycle off the block. Richardson, another great block from the Storm. And the tip gets it done. Well, the fans absolutely showing their appreciation for that rally. As we finally get it done with a tip from Richardson. Great blocking, great defence. That's what we love in the women's game. Little off-pace shot, very clever from Reeve, off the block and out. Bump set out. Richardson swinging well. Great cover from Sisson Lim. Wow, just the defence has been brilliant so far. It's ramped up very, very quickly here in the first set. As Richardson, that set was a little wide. She didn't really get outside of court and puts that ball wide. So Adelaide getting the better of the long rally that time. Deep serve taken by Richardson. Wow, Stock just splits all the defenders perfectly. They all look to each other to take the ball. And it hits the floor. Sipper Bourgeot delivers nicely. Reeve on the right side. Great dig from Stock. Ball's tight. Stock again. Followed all the way and left by Sipper Bourgeot. So, Vipers creating opportunities really nicely. Just haven't quite taken those opportunities yet. Rebecca Reeve at the service line. Too easy for Sisson Lim. Verdnick, what a block from Bourgeot. And just out again. Sipper Bourgeot reading that slide beautifully. So we see our first substitution, Van Loo, into the front court, sitting fourth on the serving list for this season, but into the front row. Nice pass from Thornton. That's better transition from Richardson. Found a little bit of width on her run. Turned that ball beautifully down the line. Wrights off the tape and down. Sisson Lim did get a hand, but there may have been a little bit of hand, but also some flaw, say the officials. Deep serve from Wright, handled. Well, it's popped up on the net, well handled by Bates, but opportunity now. This is Van Loo, her first touch. They reverse the stock. Great dig. Easy ball given up by Reeve. Thornton goes hard and the loopy block over the defenders into the back court. Van Loo having a good impact on court straight away. Wright been a very good blocker this season, been high in the ranks most rounds. Touch from Sipper Bourgeot to set up Reeve. Verdnick deep into the corner and no one's home. Important point there for the Vipers. So they find themselves behind here in this first set. Oh, just over the tape. Beth Carey, too tall. That ball pops up beautifully on the net. Just snaps her wrist over the top of that one. So 13-8, commanding lead now, breaking open for the Storm. Sprawling to the floor is Jarvis, and Sipper Bourgeot can't track that one down, so very handy point on serve. Lou Bates it is. Started the match well with her serving. Pressure again, gives the free ball up to the Vipers. High ball, Thornton down the line. Well, thought it's a second down the line, I think, for Thornton. Richardson with one as well, so do we see a little bit of adjustment on the block from Storm, the block and defence perhaps? As the productive run for Bates on serve continues. High ball, great push from Thornton. Sipper Bourgeot hits the floor very, very nicely with the touch. But opportunity, they go to Thornton again. This time, oh, it's dug. Well, ball popped up in the end for Sipper Bourgeot on the net, and she went after it. Couldn't quite make it work. So, Lou Bates, the veteran of 200 games, serving beautifully to start this match. Carey is stuffed. Runacres sitting fourth in the blocking statistics. She's been in the top 5 blockers every single round. And showing why, just absolutely shutting down Carey. Another good serve. Storm under pressure. Free ball again. Sisson Lim doing the setting. Stock. There's that crafty play. She's finding her rhythm now. She works the ball so well. Great control. Off the block, around the block, through the block. There it is, just putting a lot of pressure on Rachel Reeve. Bates again, pushing Jarvis deep. Better from the Storm. Sisson Lim up to the challenge. That's a better defence down the line. That's a tricky play in that situation to the middle. Under control here are the Vipers. Storm's defence relentless. Wow, great dig. Richardson in the back court, and they stay alive. Sipper Bourgeot is dug again. Oh, net touch is the call. More amazing defensive plays. Such an awesome part of the women's game, the defence and the extended rallies. So good to watch. Wow, Sipper Bourgeot going after one of the best liberos, best passers, best defenders in the competition, and beats her with the ace. Goes deeper that time. Well, free ball given up. Carey beautifully off the block to take a little 2-point break here very late in this first set. Hannah, what have you got for us down there?
It's quite interesting that as the length of these rallies increase and they become really long points, the language that the Storm are using are patience and relax. So as you start to tighten up, as the pressure increases, it's actually the opposite. Just lower those shoulders, relax, and settle into the point.
Well, that ball going wide, but Richardson chose to play it. Langford is on for the Vipers. Thanks for that, Hannah. I agree there that patience from this veteran team. My goodness, and there's some on display hanging in there. They had no right to win that point, did the Storm. 2 diving plays, and Sipper Bourgeot just ready to take the opportunity and somehow scores. My goodness, Storm have come to play here in Melbourne. And they leave the ball and it's in. So Adelaide Storm break away at the end of this first set to take it 18-14. So if you're a Melbourne Vipers fan, that is not the start that they were after. They need points and they need a lot of them. We're going to take a break here and come back with the second set shortly. So automatic points, great from Yee again. Outside the Guinness, if you don't mind. Is there anything she can't do?
Win this one, and I'd keep your eyes on Fraser Garrett.
What's up? Is the block. That's what.
And they are serving to steal the match.
Matthew Ballett. We'll see the read in. Call that sliding hand.
A lot of pressure on the out.
Well, back at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre. Well, that was neck and neck all the way. I think it was 14-all at one stage. And Adelaide storming home. Their defence has just been relentless. It's been incredible. Not just getting the defensive touch, but they've just created opportunities in offence and they've been able to score. So Vipers need to respond. They need as many points as humanly possible, as we discussed at the opening. The ladder here for the women is just so incredibly close from 2, through to 5. Only 5 points the difference between 2nd and 5th. So Melbourne, looks like they've made a couple of little changes. We'll see what they come out with. Sipper Bourgeot picking up where she left off. There's that little ace celebration. So that time going for the spin serve. So a little hybrid serve there. Looking like she was going to float the ball, but going with spin and gets the better of the receivers. Spins again. Lice set into the game, and that's a big block. Rachel Reeve, number 4, doing some great work at the net. There's the spin serve again, the hybrid spin, high ball. Lysette has to take all the pace off. Tight and well handled. Bates showing her experience, setting up Ranakas for the point in the middle. So, no, Verdnick it was, excuse me. No, it was Ranakas, and she is back in the service line. Well, Reeve down the line. Bates was very short in her position and gets her hands up just in time. Off the net, back set. Well, the block and defense combining very well for the Storm, but how's that dig from Sisson Lim, sprawling. Free ball. Little combination play is enough to get an easy ball back for the Vipers. More defense. Sipper Bourgeot swinging from the back court. She's been good in that position. Well, too much angle. Finally, Stock finds a way to end that rally inside the block and down. Hannah, courtside.
Interestingly, at the end of the first set, Coach Rachel Orchard, she really praised the girls' work ethic. She was glowing in how they've attacked each and every point, and specifically she liked the work of the outside players. She said their flow was magnificent. Just to remember to keep it fun, and by goodness, the look of these celebrations, I think they're having a lot of it.
Yes, thanks, Hannah. Good to see some little ace celebrations in there as Rebecca Reeve, she's just got every shot. She was hard down the line before, then a little roll shot, short cross court, showing why she represented her country. Lysette delivers well. Verdnick, very nice, coming off a big stuff block while we were having a chat. So a good start for Verdnick in the middle with the block, and now the slide. So that ball where they run around the back, jump off 1 foot. So Van Loo on the court for the Storm, number 77. Good from Sipper Bourgeot. Oh, there's Reeve again from the right side that time. Lysette finds the libero. And the angle sharp from Reeve gets it done. Thornton controls the ball down the line, but has to give up the tip. Well, there's Sisson Lim again, sprawling to her right as Lysette finds the net. So they go back down the line to Thornton. A little bit further inside that time. Sis on limb. Wow, the block. There's Super Bourgeois again. Reading that middle attack very, very well. Verdnick on reception. Thornton, there's that line swing, but a little too much. Just wide. Lysette delivers well. They go back to Verdnick. The connection not quite there, just a little bit too far away for her. So break here for the Storm, 9-4. Oh, and that finds the corner. Ace serve, and there's that celebration. Praise, all praise to the server, Rebecca Reeve, excuse me, on that occasion. So she's working the ball around beautifully on serve here. 10-4 here in the second set. That time going to the other side. Pressure's on. Easily handled. Right, with a nice little swing across her body and deep into the court. Everything looking way too easy for the Storm right now. Good delivery from Sis on limb. There's the slide again. Well, 2 blocks that time. Thornton, wow. Well, I think the sisters, Reeve and Reeve, leaving that ball for each other there. And a very lucky break for the Vipers. They're under a lot of pressure here. That ball finds the top of the tape, excuse me. Deep serve catches Thornton off guard. Wow, everything just going the way of the Storm. Super Bourgeois standing, left-handed little pokey tip into the block. And of course it scores. Good from Lysette. The connection from Bates and Stock isn't quite there. Good dick from Stock. Lysette controls well, overpass. Not put away. Bourgeois is covered. She goes for the roll there. So opportunity now, Vipers. Thornton into the block and down. Nice swing. It's just taking the Vipers so many opportunities to score. Full credit to the Storm block and defence as we see Langford coming back in. This time for Stock. Bates has been serving very, very well in this match, and they need a big run from here. From her here, I should say. They find themselves 6 points down, 13-7. Do we see a power play from Melbourne to try and catch up? Adelaide can't call theirs. They're past 12 points, and that's a great pancake. Langford takes the first contact, and, well, the defence continues for the Storm. Incredible. Pancake save off the block. Probably too late to call a power play now if you're Melbourne. Storm only 14 points away. Little spin serve now. It's a nice spin serve. Van Loo, I think that is. Well, there's Jarvis hitting the floor this time. Corners covered by Lysette. Langford's off the net. So can't fully swing and an error. Finally, someone from the Storm did something wrong. Short serve works for Thornton. They get the free ball. To the middle, in or out? Out is the call, no touch. Well, again, everything going the way of the Storm here early in this round 5 Mahindra Australian Volleyball Super League matchup. Short serve. Sisson Lim comes flying in, but all she can do is manage to pop the ball up on the net for the Storm. Well delivered, a go to Langford. Again, she needs to adjust her run. Reeve with an opportunity, Sisson Lim. Love that sprawling dig to the right. Lysette is stuffed at the nets. The blocking's just been incredible. You get a chance to see it again. Reeve and Gary. It's great position, great timing from them. Short serve again, handled well. Langford in full stride that time, didn't have to adjust. Delivered beautifully from Bates. Langford hammers that down the line. But there is a lot of set points in Adelaide's favour, 17-9. They've just broken this second set wide open. Well, the clip tape in the favour of Melbourne this time, something going right. Another good serve, this time to the sideline, but Reeve gets a chance. Runacres digs it back over, so Reeve again, this time down the line. Bates needs to get a little deeper on her. She just doesn't have the room to defend, so Adelaide Storm. 18-10 this time. They got the jump early and did not take the foot off the gas. Changing ends after the second set only. 2-minute changes of ends, so a lot quicker here in the Super League formats. Play all 5 sets regardless of the set scores. And every set going to be absolutely crucial to both Adelaide and the Vipers in this matchup. We'll be back after a break. Head coach Matthew Perry just with some instructions for his troops as they need to make some adjustments. And they need to make them quickly. Langford getting the start this time. Konyaski coming in for setting duties to replace Bates. Lyset, Sisson Lim, Verdnick and Thornton retain their place on court. Konyaski to serve. A little inside ball, absolutely hammered by Sipper Bourgeot. Great dig from Sisson Lim. My goodness, she has been good. And again, the touch from Sisson Lim, but too much. And great to see the Vipers girls all coming together despite losing that point. Really trying to build their unity. There's Sisson Lim doing a ton of work. Great effort from Lyset. Sipper Bourgeot, is it float or spin? It's the little spin cutting away and handled by Lim. Jarvis, one-handed dig. Bourgeot, she's hit a lot of pipes today already. Reeve with the tip is picked up. Oh, just out of reach for a second contact. So Adelaide Storm mini break to love. And I've done a little bit of math here. So Adelaide 36 points, 18 and 18 is 36. Pretty safe there. Melbourne 24, so already a 12-point lead on the total score for the Adelaide Storm. So our bonus point could be absolutely crucial here to decide the top four and a place in the finals. So free ball here for Storm. They go to Carey. They don't quite get it right, but it doesn't matter. She is hard cross court and it's too much for the defense. 3 love. Storm, as I think Thornton may be bleeding here. I don't know if it's a nose or a lip. So I think it might be a lip. Yeah, she's coming off, so can't stay on court if there's blood. We might see a little break here. They'll want to check probably the floor, make sure there's no blood on court. A very particular rule in volleyball. And see the referees checking the sidelines. Hannah, did you see what happened there?
We've got a blood rule for Gwen Thornton. She's got a cut in her chin, maybe a centimetre wide, so nothing too drastic. She's just popped a tissue on it now, mopping it up. I dare say she'll be back on the court soon.
Thanks, Hannah. Yeah, it's a split chin, very common in volleyball. Often when you dive, your chin can come down and bump onto the floor and very easily splits open. So she won't be certainly not the first and certainly not the last person to suffer from that injury. So Richardson will come on to replace her. Alana Hassel, the physio for the Vipers, will look after Thornton. Sipper Bourgeot going for that hybrid again. And the blocking just continues to be so good. The other Reeve this time, Rebecca on the left side. Well, Adelaide's just in great rhythm. Everything's working so well for them. And there's that hybrid serve working for Sipper Bourgeot. And she receives the praise from her teammates. Well, 5 love. Can Melbourne respond? They need to. Still plenty of opportunities for points in this match. They need to find a way. As the ball just a little low and short for Langford. She needs to do a little more with that though. Still without Hilary Hannigan. The Vipers, their young superstar, out. She's had some Achilles issues and they miss her. Richardson is back from injury as well. And Langford hits the floor, gets the touch, but can't keep it alive. And power play being called here by the Storm. So Rachel Orchard looking to really break this set open and put it away. It's already broken open a fair bit, 7-0. But Orchard wants to take no chances as we get a replay here. We need to get the correct signals in for the power play. So Bates back on court as well. No timeouts in the Super League, so the coaches really don't have a lot they can do. Substitutions and power plays really being it. Carey, in or out? Out is the call. Asking for a touch on the block. The referees having nothing to do with it. Well, I think that decision's been reversed. It has. So, first power play point goes the way of Adelaide. So that should make it 9-0. And that time, Melbourne get the break. So, Richardson float serves, well handled by Jarvis. And what's the call here? Net touch is the call. That ball very, very tight. So Melbourne navigate their way through the Adelaide power play. Carey, too sharp. And they get that delivery right to Carey. She's so hard to stop. Melbourne power play. Can they catch up? They go all three here. They can be back to 8-10. Good from Sis on Lim. Free ball. Well, yes, it is out. So it's gone around the antenna. So that ball's out. So 1 of 3 the way of the Vipers. I wonder what the biggest comeback is in the Super League in this format so far. 9-0 is what the Vipers are facing here. That's a good dig from Verdnick. Keep them alive. They go to the pipe. And is it? Oh, it is in. I thought that might have just gone wide, but Sipper Bourgeot hasn't done a lot wrong on that pipe ball. And she finds the corner there. She's been very impressive so far this match. Substitution for the Storm. Doherty in. So she will serve. We also see Van Loo, number 77, in. So a setter and opposite double sub. Good delivery from Lysette. Oh, somehow kept alive. Bates sprawling. Richardson in the right place there in the backcourt. Bates, great dig. Jarvis with a touch down the line. Great rally. Oh, Sis on Lim, beautiful. Oh, the tip read very, very nicely by Doherty, who just came on, and they find the floor. I think most of these extended rallies going the way of the Storm. Well, the tape slowed that ball down, made it hard. And off the block and out. I think just asking if there was a touch in between the ball being blocked and the ball going out, maybe hitting the attacker on the way through, but no is the answer. Langford with her first serve. Vicky Wright not quite there for her. She has to control. Great dig. Doherty reading the play very, very nicely. Not that time. They find the floor. Langford goes for that cross-court serve again. Easy ball now. Can they make something here? The Vipers, no, they're blocked again. Sisson Lim tracks it down. Free ball. Just not quite in sync are the Vipers compared to this Storm team. Jarvis, another dig. They're just touching everything, the Storm. And this time, Lysette finds a way into the corner for a much-needed points. Hannah, courtside.
I don't know.
No, don't have her quite just yet. Wow. Great change up there. Van Loo coming through on that occasion. Rachel Orchard just switching her troops up, putting them in some different positions on the front court, looking for different blocking matchups, and that serve is perfectly into the corner. Not sure if that was Molly's ball, but she has to take it. Pressure just relentless here from the Storm. Oh, easy ball pops up. And Lysette again. Storm couldn't take advantage of that easy ball that popped up. Again, that ball just a little bit too far off the net. We spoke about that a little bit in the men's game. As just checking who the correct server is, well within their rights to ask. Make sure they get that right. So, Lysette it is. Well, there's a tight ball in that one. Bates, it was the setter in the attacking action. They go to Run Acres, and she's dug. Oh, Sisson Lim again. Wow, they go for the pipe, but again, the connection not quite there. So, Adelaide storming home with this second set. Pun intended there, as we wipe up some sweat. Serve handled by Sisson Lim. It's a joust at the net. Well, that ball not finding its way over, so Vipers hanging in. Oh, great blocking this time, Verdnick. That'll bring some life to this team. Verdnick and Bates combining. Such an energising play, those blocks. Oh, just long. They thought they had it, but called long. So there's set point to the Storm. It's quite the margin as well. Our bonus points definitely coming into play here. And that's in. And there's that celebration again. This time I think it's Van Loo. It was that, one of the rare jump servers in the Women's League this year, showing why it's such an important serve to have in your arsenal. Finding a way through and deep in the court. So, 18-10 again. The Storm take the match officially, but there's two sets up for grabs, and the Melbourne Vipers desperately need these 2 sets and the points that come with it. So we see some replays. How's the block? Another block party here in this replay. We'll take a break. Well, back at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre, Mahindra Australian Volleyball Super League. Round 5 action. The last game, the last round, I should say, of the regular season before we get into the finals. And this matchup today will absolutely... What a swing from Verdnick. Oh, the chase. Just incredible. The defence from the Storm so far here in Melbourne. This matchup and the result from this game absolutely will impact the top 4. So, Melbourne sitting 4th, but in danger of dropping out of the top 4. So, there's that little combination play again. Lyset in a great position, but she can't control. Melbourne just have to find a way against this Adelaide defence and their block as well. Their block and floor defence have combined very, very well. High ball into Bates. Jarvis with a nice dig. And they're finding a way. We'll head down to Hannah courtside. You got us, Hannah?
Very much a player-led huddle for the Vipers at the break. It was Gwen Thornton taking the lead and taking the charge. Even though the match might be lost for the Vipers, we know the unique feature of this league is it's really about each single set that you win. And the Vipers certainly need to get a wriggle on. So nice to see that Coach Matt Perry, under his distributed model of leadership, empowers the players to have their say. So looking to the leadership of Thornton in moments like that.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. It's very senior. There's some young, certainly a couple of young players, but otherwise quite a core senior group that have been together for a long time in this Vipers squad. Thornton being one of them. She's been in this Vipers outfit for quite a few years now, and we obviously know the experience of Bates, 200 games in all the different varieties that the Australian Volleyball League has seen over the last couple of decades. Molly Richardson, a highly experienced player as well. So those leaders need to step up for this group right now. Sisson Lim, the other one, who is highly, highly experienced. And good to see them again, just coming together after every point, staying together, trying to find a way to make this work. 4-2. To the Storm. Oh, great short serve. Wow, there's another kill for Langford. She had a really nice kill while we were hearing from Hannah, and that's a good swing again She's going to be really big for them if they want to make an impact. Her blocking and her attacking can really have an impact on this set. That's great reception. What's the call here? Well, lifted ball or court ball is the signal from the referee, so that ball just slowing down or stopping in the hand of the attacker there for the Storm. Great reception again. The dig is just wide. Verdnick in a great spot. Van Loo has her place on court again in this fourth set. It's a nice spin serve from her. Langford just a bit too long. Had the angle right, didn't get the depth. So Van Loo with her spin serve. It's been very good so far. Not a big run up, but doesn't seem to need it. The tip this time. Wow, way too much space there in the backcourt. Richardson very, very deep. (7-4), so Adelaide just continue to just creep away and break this scoreboard open. Tip handled. Van Loo, that set's a bit too far back. Wow, there you go, that's better. Langford, great angle, and gets right on top of that ball this time. So it takes her into the back row. Yeah, that ball for Van Loo just too deep again. So an easy dig for the Vipers. They didn't really set that point up the way they would have liked. But Lycett, nonetheless, finds the floor. Just into the top of the tape from Langford. Opportunity now, Lycett goes hard and deep into the corner. Well, seeing a bit more energy now from the Vipers. They're starting to find a bit of connection, a bit of rhythm. And more importantly, finding some ways to score. They're terminating some points. They're ending some rallies on their offense, which has been very, very hard to come by. Good from Jarvis. Well, is that wide? Oh, touched is the call off the block. I think Lou Bates's face maybe gave that one away. Some of those just need to go the way of the Vipers, it feels. Some of those 50-50 plays and 50-50 calls. Van Loo off 1 foot. Wow. Meg Runacres showing why she has been one of the best blockers in the competition so far. Good service pressure. This time a free ball. Langford has to hurry up and get that one. Richardson, been waiting for that from her. She's got a lot of power. Good to see her getting up and putting that ball down. Well, easy ball put back over by Storm. Another opportunity here for the Vipers. They can't quite make it work. Well handled, sis on limb, perfect pass. Richardson, oh, it's just wide. Well, she absolutely hammered that, did Richardson, and power play called by the Storm. Their last opportunity to call it, being on 11 points. Richardson, another chance, she tips this time. Langford has to dive, keeps it alive well. Easy ball for the Libero. Oh, sis on limb. Does a great job, but it's not quite enough. Oh, left-handed touch. Langford trying to back her up, but couldn't quite get there. So that ball's long. Break for Melbourne. So 2 of 3 power play points done. (13-10). Third point for the power play for the Storm, and they can't get it. So that's how you hit a paradise ball. Richardson got right on top of that one. Good signs for her in this 4th set. Sorry, we're in Melbourne's power play now. I've got to catch up on where we're at. Opportunity now. They go back to Richardson. Ball's behind her, but she has to push. Well, no touches on the block is the call. So Melbourne having a great power play run here. So 14-13 on the 3rd point. This is crucial. This could get them a great break. Bates has been serving well. Vicky Wrights. Well, I wouldn't have put money on going for the slide on that 3rd power play point, but really well executed. Vicky Wright. She hits the corners so well. Just finds her way into space. She's been very effective on attack today. High ball. Langford going for a deep swing and misses. So 15-14. (15-14). Adelaide just feel like the way things have gone today, they're going to find something to get them ahead at the right time. Vicky Wright blocked that time. So Thornton back on court. They go to her and it's wide. As I suspected, Adelaide just finding a way in these moments, these big moments. And that's a great deep serve, cramping sis on limb. Langford in a tough spot. Easy ball. Wow, that's a very ambitious set to Vicky Wright. This is about a 6 metre, 7 metre B quick from about 2 metres off the net. Lucky break, Melbourne, must be said. Off the net, easy ball. Thornton keeps it alive, but they have to give up a free ball. Vicky Wright, the go-to player for the Storm here at the end of the 4th. Wow. Van Loo ripping on that. No run up. She didn't have time to transition the ball off the net a little bit. That didn't matter. So, set points. Adelaide. As we clean up a little bit of sweat on the court. Good from Sis on limb. That's a good set to Verdnick. And she swings hard. Very, very good swing from her, staying confident. Well, bump set out to the left-hander on the left side. It's a difficult swing. Not great from the Vipers off an easy ball. They're scrambling to stay alive. Well, is there a carry again? No, there's not. Thornton swings. It's a good dig. Well, no doubles anymore, and the lefty on the left side gets up and puts it down off 1 foot. Well, Adelaide just taking opportunity after opportunity. Vipers feel like that is an opportunity missed for them. (18-16). Well, Vipers thought they were in the box seat there, but we'll have to take a break and come back and see what happens in the fifth. Automatic point. Last great from Yee again. Outside beginners, if you don't mind. Is there anything she can't do?
Win this one, and I'd keep your eyes on Fraser Garrett.
It's up. Is the block. That's what.
And they are serving to steal the match.
Matthew Ballett. We'll see the reach in. Call that sliding hand.
A lot of pressure on the out.
Back for this last set at the Melbourne Sports and Aquatic Centre. Sipper Bourgeot coming back onto court to start this set. Van Loo will stay in the opposite role. Doherty, number 8, continue with some setting duties. Tara Mayland, number 1, on court again. So Vipers been getting a little bit better every set, and I really thought they had the opportunity in that fourth. But Adelaide, their effort and determination's just been incredible. Their defence, their blocking. Great serve reception from Jarvis to start things off. Mayland. Sorry, that was Van Loo on that occasion. Oh, good start for Vipers on the board. Hannah, what are you seeing down there courtside?
Pardon me, cat caught my throat. Out of the Vipers huddle, it was interesting that Coach Matt Perry, he said, ladies, the match is already lost. There actually is no pressure on us, which I think is a really positive message to send the ladies. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but now they've got the freedom of one set, finish the campaign as strongly as possible. We know that the women's category at the moment, from 2 down to pretty much 5th, is so neck and neck. So every set really matters. Vipers need to dig deep here.
Yeah, spot on. Thanks, Hannah. I have a feeling that the Vipers would have come in knowing what they had to do, knowing that there was a little bit of pressure on them to perform and get those points. Maybe the Storm just coming in with a little bit more freedom. They're still not in a very, super strong position on the ladder. They're a bit stronger than the others, but they're not. Maybe they know that they're out of a lot more danger, but they certainly are now, having a 4-0 set lead. But maybe the pressure just getting to the Vipers a little bit today. Can they take this one? Well, the blocking from the Storm continues. Can they take this set, the Vipers? Can that pressure be relieved? They play with a bit more freedom. Vicky Wright, nice deep serve. Langford is blocked and recycled. More defence for the Storm. Nice bump set from Bates that time. And no touches called. Doing a bit of math here in the break as well. So Adelaide on 72 points. Melbourne on 50. So Adelaide just creeping into the bonus point territory, being 20 points clear at the moment. They go to Verdnick in the middle. Is there a touch on block? No, there's not. So the unforced errors just been a little bit too much so far from the Vipers. Langford off the block or the antenna. What's the call here? Antenna is the call. So another unforced error for the Vipers. Vicky Wright didn't get her contacts correct there. Verdnick, she's been serving very, very well all season. Been in the top 5, been at the top of the serving ranks most of the year. Great defence from her. Lysette, nice turn down the line. Doherty in a great spot though. Well, I like the idea from Van Loo. Going for the little cheeky roll shot, but not enough power there. Verdnick serves. It's tight. Great dig, Langford. Lysette into the corner is controlled. Wow, Sipper Bourgeot, after a little break on the bench, finally gets slowed down. So Verdnick on a run. Good serve again, getting the setter in a lot of pressure, but that's just a really smart, well-executed swing. Off the block and very, very deep, way too deep for position 6. Didn't look like there was that much power on the ball, but that just sailed long. Thornton gets her wires crossed a little bit there on reception. Can't control, so the ace serve. Well controlled from Lysette that time. They've tried to the middle, touched off the block is the call. What a dig. One arm dig there, sprawling to her left. Sipper Bourgeot, a second bite at the cherry is dug. Great blocking again. Beth Carey, all that experience internationally, serving her well here. And there's the cross-court swing. Too much power. Tara Mayland. There's this little 3-point lead early that we've come accustomed to here in this match. Ryan Akers controlling that. Langford finds a way down. Good swing from her. Double substitution being called here. Konyaski in to set and serve. Stock into the front row to play the opposite role. Good reception, Sipper Borjo. There's that slide. Sisson Lim in a great spot. Great execution there. Van Loo, I think that is on the pipe, yes. Doherty getting that set to the back row in a much better spot that time. Van Loo does the rest into the corner. Sipper Borjo's been good from the service line. Well, defense from Thornton. She's back on after that split chin. Playing well. Lysette. Great power. And Dargan a second chance for Lysette, and she takes it. It's another example of how hard the Melbourne Vipers have had to work for their points today. Little tip from Doherty is Doug. Great bump set. Stock's first swing on court. So substitution, Richardson coming in for Lysette. Power play called. So Melbourne doing it here on reception. Point 1 of 3. Thornton slowed down by the block. Vicky Wright, there's that swing into the corner once again. Vicky Wright in the power plays. She seems to be the go-to. And Adelaide counter with their power play now. So Melbourne on 2 of 3, Adelaide on 1 of 3 power play points. Deep line serve, well handled from Richardson. Stock has to give up an easy ball. Well, a tip that beats Sisson Lim is a very good tip indeed. A time from Mayland. So 13-7 is the score now. Point 3 of 3 on the power play for Melbourne, and 2 of 3 from Adelaide, and they win that one. So 15-7. Melbourne's power play done. Adelaide 3 of 3 now. So their last opportunity for 2 points on the board, and they are in a commanding lead. Well, they get it. Do the Storm. 17-7. Set points and going for the sweep. Not a lot of sweeps this season, but trying to get one here in Melbourne are the Storm. Looking to take maximum points away. What's the call here? Net touch. So they're looking for all points from the set win and also looking at a bonus point. So 11 points, which would absolutely catapult them clear of everyone else in that 2 through 5 position on the ladder. Van Loo, she's been very, very good today. Well done to the Adelaide Storm, taking this match in Melbourne, securing their place in the finals. The Vipers will need to wait for some other results to see what happens for their top 4 hopes.
Lou Bates, 200 incredible matches over 18 years. Wow, it's a pretty surreal milestone.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's been a good ride. Didn't quite end the way we wanted it today, but look, it's been amazing. I've met so many unbelievable people, so many good friends, and it's fantastic. I love it.
It's funny, I was chatting to your coach before the match about the types of players who make it to 200 matches, and at this point you can either cruise control or you can push harder, and he said, my goodness, watching you just push and lead from the front has been unreal. Have you got thoughts on what it's like to be a 200 game milestone player? Not many people have done it yet. None.
No, I don't know. I just love the sport. I love playing with my friends. So I just keep going.
You've inspired a lot of players as a coach, your work at Q High. Have you got an understanding of how many people have fallen in love with the game because of you?
No, but I hope a lot. I know it's so good to see young players coming up and just, yeah, when I
It motivates you to keep pushing through, hopefully another 200 games ahead.
don't know about just the people, the sport, everyone around it, just coming every week and seeing and playing with so many amazing players along the way. I've just loved it, yeah.
Well, you've set us up for a very nervous night watching on KO. We've got a long night of streaming ahead. What are your thoughts and reflections at the end of this home and away season?
Yeah, look, I guess we wait and see what happens. I think we kind of left a little bit in the tank. I don't know. It's we didn't finish exactly how we wanted to, but look, again, amazing people. We've all worked hard. Everyone's put everything in it. And good luck to whoever takes it out.
Well, we'll see who that is, but enjoy the fun of tonight. So many people have packed the pit just because of you, Lou, so enjoy those celebrations with the ones you love most.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Vicky Wright, there aren't many more ways to finish a campaign in a more compelling nature than that. You've done everything you can. Congratulations on making finals.
Thank you. So proud of the girls with the way that we came through and finished the season, and to get it done in 5 sets. Yeah, incredible. Super proud. Yeah.
What impressed you most out of that match?
Well, I think Victoria, they're such a strong blocking team, and we knew that coming in. And so we worked really hard about trying to work our attack off of that, trying to get some good rolls and hits off the block. So, yeah, super proud of the girls for, coming through with the game plan. Yeah.
And obviously there'll be a lot of reflection ahead of finals. Where are the points of improvement for your side?
I think for us it's that continue to play our style of relentless volleyball, to not try and power the ball through, continue to play, trust in each other, cover each other, and finish with the win.
Well, you guys went very, very close in 2024. How does the side feel different this year?
I think we're coming in with a lot of belief this year. I think last year we were so proud to make that grand final, but I think this year we really have the belief in us to get it done.
Well, we can't wait to see how the finals look, and of course semi-finals next week. So rest up and travel home safely.
Great, thank you so much.
Well, that wraps up our day of action. The Vipers here at home for the last time in the pit, albeit semi-finals next week, also in Melbourne. So a lot to look forward to for everyone in the volleyball community. But for now, we have 2 huge matchups ahead. How will this semi-final shake-up look? You're going to have to keep watching on KO.